Well, top of the morning to you, senior. What's going
What's
on?
up, man? Talk about it.
Lots of
Man,
things
I
are
can't
going
call.
on. Lots of things are going on in boxing. Obviously wanted to get some of your takes on some of the things as well. Um, but first and foremost, how's camp going? How's junior going? We've been seeing a lot of film with Devin Haney with the medicine ball work. Definitely want to get your thoughts on that. And what do you feel like those workouts? What do you feel like he's showing us that for a reason? Talk to me. Yeah, how's training camp on your end? And yeah, what's your thoughts on Devin Haney on the medicine ball workout?
I mean, on our account, like I said, man, we've been ready from the announcement of the fight. B was probably like what a week removed from his last fight, so we had just came out of training camp. Never got out of shape, never got out of whack. He never gets out of weight, so he good off of that. So as far as our training camp, we're doing good. Like I said, we just had to hold it in the road. Got a lot of good sparring partners in. Got a lot of good sparring. We went from whatever. But anyway, everything's good. Everything's good. As far as the medicine ball work, he clearly is practicing the Brian Norman Jen Sasaki left hook.
Mm,
That was hilarious. That was literally what that was. It's the Sasaki left hook. But with him practicing that, it takes time and it takes a lot to do that. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to do that.
okay, okay. So maybe that was a message like, hey Norman, do you remember this? Like I could do it too. Like me, I don't know because now that when you said that, it's funny because I automatically thought Jin Sasaki because the way he threw that, what is it, a lead left hook?
Yeah, the lead, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The way he threw it was the way your son dropped a Jin. So yeah, do you feel like that was like, check this out?
I don't know what that was. I mean, I got to be real. It's definitely not nothing I would have showed on the video because it's not impressive. You know what I'm saying? So there was nothing that he didn't do anything. None of the workouts he was doing was impressive. So it's definitely nothing that I would have chose to put out there. It's not that I would sometimes like would be doing certain things. I know it's been a while since I posted something. I just grab the camera, open up, and just take a little flick and send it out there. It could have been something as simple as that. So it's all good.
Okay, okay. Do you feel like that makes you, those workouts, obviously their shoulders, he's throwing one with the lead, but then he's also yesterday he threw one out with the right hand, the brick hand, right?
I
Just
mean,
really
everything walk
throwing
off.
it out and with a high pace as well. You seen it was intervals. They had two people, well, three people, one catching the medicine ball, and then two people, you know. So yeah, what you think? That was like high intensity work, you think, or no?
Mm, no,
No.
nah, not at all. But again, maybe they felt like it was. Maybe he just felt like it was something new they was doing. Maybe he felt like it was something that seemed different. That's usually when that's usually when you grab the camera. Oh, like I said, just hey man, let me just y'all ain't seen me in a while, so let me put this out there. It could be nothing.
Right. It could be something that they just did for the camera alone, and that's not what they're really working on as well. Or no? You feel
You
like that's
said
something
right.
that do you feel like that's something that builds muscle and conditioning per se?
Let me see. Man, the phone breaking up real bad. Hold on one second.
Smash.
Oh no, it's absolutely strength and conditioning. That was also what I was thinking about. Like you know, around strength and conditioning time, it's time to try to kind of settle down on that a little bit once you get close to what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? You already got your strength, you already conditioned this close to the fight. We to the fight now. You feel what I'm saying? It's about time to tighten everything up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to go into what we do, but I wouldn't be. I'm not going to go into what we do. We good, but to each his own. I mean, again, he'll what three division world champion, youngest undisputed. So I can't tell him what to do and what not to do because obviously he's doing something right.
Well, he'll be going for his third. He's a two
He'll be going
division
for
champion.
okay two division. My bad. Okay, so two division, going for his third. So I mean, I can't tell him what to do. Obviously, he's doing something right. So to each his own. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I hate when some people come in and be like, "Nah, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that." Nah, that's just your opinion. Just because if that person can get that doing it the way they doing it, you can get that doing it the way you doing it. That don't mean their way is wrong. So again, I wouldn't do it, and I wasn't impressed with none of it, whatever else. But again, to each his own. He's obviously a good fighter on some people top pound for pound list. So respect to him.
And and clearly they believe that there's levels in between the two.
You said the right operative word. They believe there's levels between the two. And but I think if you go back and you listen to what they saying recently, and you listen to the interviews and you listen to everything else, and you go back and listen to how he was talking with Regis, how he was talking with Ryan, you go listen to how he normally talks. He knows better. I was doing my due diligence last night, watching everything again. I was watching Brian Norman Jr. I had to find the best Brian Norman Jr. I had to find the best Devin Haney. I found both of them. And when I found both of them, again, the best Devin Haney ain't got nothing, even to the eye test, ain't got nothing on the best Brian Norman Jr. Ain't got, and I think they know that too. Like, you can go back, and I give this because ain't nothing you could do about it. Brian is a good counterpuncher, very good counterpuncher. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna have him a little shaky to punch. He's gonna have him a little hesitant to punch. Brian don't have slow feet. He knows that. You feel what I'm saying? I watched Sasaki fight, and I watched between that fight and some other fights, whatever else. Sasaki was actually the slowest his feet was because Sasaki came right to him and he was right in his face and he didn't have to go nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? But what people didn't see was he was making perfect movements on Sasaki. He was stepping literally right out the way, right to the side, right to an angle, and he was doing some. If you knew what you was looking at, he was doing some great things in slow motion. But any other fight, he's not even that slow. You know what I'm saying? He knew the guy was there to be hit. He knew the opponent that was in front of him. Just like with Devin, he fought Jose one way, and he fought Linares and the rest of them another way. It's just the game of boxing.
Right, right. And with that style that you're talking about with Jin Sasaki, you know, um, Devin Haney fights way better with that style versus Jin Sasaki as far as movement laterally, and always constantly trying to get you off rhythm with his jab. I mean, let's be honest. If the key here is to make sure that he doesn't get a rhythm with his jab.
Right. Um, I see things different when it comes to that. I see things different when it comes to that. I'm looking at, like I said, I try to look at the person. I try to look at what that person is doing. I try to look at what the other person doing, and I look at what made them stop doing what they're doing and why they're able to do what they do. And then me looking at what I'm looking at again, I've said this a million times. Devin Haney is able to do what he do with most of those guys he was in there with, especially with the jab, is because of the minimum 4 inch reach advantage. That's why he was able to do what he was doing with those particular guys. You know what I'm saying? With
Right.
guys that have bigger length and they can reach him, he don't do that so much.
And the key thing too is like when we talk about counter punching, a lot of people, they have when it comes to the lead hook counter punch is like, yeah, there's that punch that you can get them off balance, but then you have other guys that really could punch with the lead hook, right? That really will put you out because you are throwing something that unresponsibly you get timed. I was looking at your son; he throws that with that intentions as well, and I see that, and that's what Ryan does. Do you feel like that's brave of Devin to be able to go for you? Listening to Crawford and Andre Ward's interview. Key thing that I seen was that Bill Haney is a good matchmaker, and that's something that I would have to say he is. Leading up to anything that when we could say about Bill, matchmaking is something that he has done very well up to
Man,
Ryan. Now, even the Ramirez was a good matchmaking type of a thing too. Were you surprised he even went that far? after Ryan.
No, but that's another thing that I had been noticing, but I had to go do my math. I had to do my math and do my. I got it right here on the thing. So Devin's last three opponents, I had to go do it. So Devin's last three opponents was 29, 29. That's 58. We got to take out Ryan because Ryan didn't count. So we got to do 29, 29. That's 58. And then I think, what's the name had 17. That's what's 75. 75. So
You got to name the opponents.
75.
We're talking what? Lomachenko, right?
Lomachenko had 17 wins at the time. Ramirez had 29 wins at the time. And Regis had 29 wins at the time.
All
Can you hear me?
champions. Yeah, yeah. All of them are champions. You probably name probably a Hall of Famer in there as well.